Daniel, just have you sitting here.
Okay.
And
Would you like?
you got a piss or anything? You can have sit there. That's probably more
I can hold it. I'm not a...
This is ex-officer Daniel Holtzclaw. He is accused of sexually assaulting multiple African-American women. The offense that led to his arrest was a traffic stop on a woman named Janie Liggins. Liggins said that during the traffic stop, Holtzclaw made her lift her shirt and then perform oral sex on him. She testified that she had begged him to stop and was afraid for her life. After investigation, Holtzclaw was arrested and interrogated.
I'm just...
Alright, I'm gonna run right on out. Whatever's more comfortable, man.
Look up.
That'll work.
No chair for me. Let me bring a chair.
I was going to say there's a chair. I was going to say there's a chair.
No,
right there.
that I had back surgery
Okay.
a year ago. Rocky's coming. Let me here yet. And I had a back fusion. Oh, this is about the only chair I can sit in. I don't
Does
know
that
what
help your back support?
it does. Well, no, it gives. It's very giving. I'm turning this off because I don't want this bugging us. And not to be yucky, but it's low back where my back fusion is, and I can put my butt right there, so my tailbone's not getting extra pressure on it. I don't know. I can't sit in one of those. It'll kill me.
You can see the obvious great demeanor of the detective. She talks to a man who is accused of a series of heinous crimes without showing any disgust, hate, or anger. This is a common tactic used to gain trust and comfort so the defendant can give more information which can later heavily benefit a court proceeding.
Okay. Rocky's coming, but I'm going to do this and he may walk in here in a minute and get this done. Now, I know you're an officer, and I know you've seen these 1,000 times
Right.
and you've read them yourself.
Right.
You still ask me any questions if you have one.
Right.
Okay, don't be embarrassed of that.
Right.
Okay?
I think I'm already embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed? Why? Tell me why you're
The
embarrassed.
station deal, so...
Nobody. Well, I mean, there's
I mean,
rumors
everyone-
flying. I know, and we tried to do that as kind of quietly as we could, and that's why we took you up the front and stuff. But this is gonna make the rumors go away.
Okay.
Okay, for you.
Right.
The rumor tomorrow is gonna be on somebody else.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
So let's get them off of you and get them onto somebody else and get this over with.
Okay.
Okay.
The detective says, "Let's get these rumors on somebody else," as if she is siding with him. This leads to Holtzclaw having even more comfort talking with the detective.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. You understand that? Okay. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that? You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. You understand that? If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one.
After reading him his rights, the detective goes on to ask about the first incident of sexual assault that allegedly occurred when Holtzclaw turned off his computer and ended his shift.
Okay, look, just like we talked in the car. You haven't heard any rumors?
I haven't heard any rumors.
So
when I walked in the station, I see Captain leaned over. Not unusual. I got Captain Clifton, hey. But then I've seen you in the cabin. I've never seen you, and so.
Well, nobody.
But I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
So just like anything.
You had said, and we told you that there was a traffic stop,
Right.
that somebody made some allegations against an officer.
Right.
They don't know the officer's name, none of that. And you said that you made a traffic stop after work,
Yeah.
but you didn't call it in.
I didn't call it.
Where was that?
It was about Northeast 50th and Lincoln, just to the west.
Okay. Tell me about that stop.
I was going westbound on Northeast 50th, probably a block just east of Lincoln. I see a red Grand Prix or Grand Am in my right lane, in the outside lane. I'm in the inside lane. The car swerves And so at the time I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a drunk person, or maybe who got excited because they saw a cop. So I kind of fall behind it, kind of drifting just a little bit, not crossing lane lines, nothing crazy. So I lighted up because at first the traffic violation I saw at first when it swerved, that was just west of Northeast 50th in Lincoln. And then made contact. It was a black female. Asked for license and insurance. Stated that she didn't have insurance. Gave me an ID. At the time, I'm like, "Do you have a valid insurance or a valid license?" She said no. I told her, "I just got off work. I mean, what's the deal? You know, why are you swerving?" And she says, "I'm just trying to go home to Ann Arbor-ish on the northwest side to see your daughter," or something like that. So I asked, "Is there anything on board as far as the vehicle? Is it okay if I search your vehicle and whatnot?" She said, "The only thing that's inside there is a Kool-Aid cup." I'm like, "Is there anything inside of that Kool-Aid? Is there liquor or anything inside that Kool-Aid?" She's, "No." I'm like, "Okay, is there anything else inside there?" She says, "There's pills." I'm like, "Is that the only thing?" And then, so I said, "Can I have permission to search your car?" She said, "Yes." I go inside the car, I see a lot of pills. But,
What kind of pills?
I didn't really...
Like scattered pills or in a bottle?
She said it was
pill?
hydrocodone pills, but I just quickly looked at it, and I think I saw her name on the prescription bottle, so I didn't...
Oh, so it was a bottle.
Right.
Okay.
There were several bottles in her purse. And then, so at that time, I just returned back to her. It's like, okay, I saw your pills. I didn't see any alcohol. I sniffed the drink, didn't smell any alcohol in the Kool-Aid. I'm like, okay, I'm just off work. I'm tired. Get your license taken care of. Just mine.
So she didn't have a driver's license?
She didn't have a driver's license, and I was just like, go to DPS, Department of Public Safety on King, get that taken care of, and I cut her loose after that.
Okay. Then where'd you go?
I went straight home.
Okay. Do you remember her name? It was on the prescription.
I don't.
Okay. Do you make traffic stops normally after work?
I don't, but in that case, I saw her swerve and whatnot, so
I mean, yeah, I don't.
felt.
After I get off work?
I know. I mean,
I know,
people,
last thing I want
cops
to
say
do
that is
right.
have a, whatnot, to have the vision, whatever. But I felt like I needed to make that traffic stop.
Okay. How was she? Was she respectful? Was she?
She
not?
felt like she was nervous and whatnot, and I'm like, "Why are you nervous?" And she was even crying. I'm like, "Why are you crying? Why are you nervous? Whatnot?" And she's just like, "I don't know. I'm just nervous because you're a cop and I got pulled over." I'm like, "Nothing you had to be nervous about." And I told her, I'm like, "I don't really want to take you to jail for no SDL or anything. I just got off work. I'm tired." So, with my officer courtesy or whatnot, I said her go get that taken care of tomorrow. Let her on her way.
And you don't have to. I'm not going to sit here and go, "Why didn't you take her to the could care
that's
less?"
the reason why.
No, I don't care. Was she drunk? Did you think she was drunk?
I think she was. She drank, but I don't think she, with my experience, I don't think she was past the legal limit.
Right.
So,
I mean,
and that's what I asked her too, is like, with your pain medicines, the hydrocodone, everyone knows that you drink with that, it maximizes the effects. So I asked her that, she said no. But when she was in the back of my car, and when I was in the front car, and the driver's seat, I could smell it off of her, but I don't think she was still past the legal limit.
Okay. So you got her out of the car?
Yes.
Okay. And put her in the back of your car?
Yes.
Okay. Any problems there?
No, she was cooperative. Didn't give me any problems or whatnot.
Okay. And then you searched, did you run her through Unit 800?
I didn't.
You didn't. So, did you run her on your MDT?
No, I didn't. All my stuff as far as that, because I didn't even call it in and say it was a traffic stop, my computer was off and everything as well.
Did you shut it off?
I just shut it off,
work?
yeah. On the way, on 50th, I turned it off right before the traffic stop, basically.
Okay.
He admits to pulling over an African-American woman, turning off his computer, not radioing any calls, and purposely not recording anything during this traffic stop.
And where did you pick her up? 50th and what about?
50th and Lincoln, just to the west.
But no, where'd you see her swerve, kind of?
I'd say a block just to the east of Lincoln and 50th.
Okay. She pull over right away?
She was in the right lane and the outside lane when I saw her swerve. And so she saw a police car right there, and so she kind of did what everyone does, slow down, kind of, okay, is he going to pull me over or not? And then I lit her up about 50th and Lincoln, past the intersection to the west.
Okay. When you put her in your car, did you pat search her?
When I came around, I was like, lift up your shirt. Is there anything on you? Anything as far as your waistband or anything like that? She said no. And then I put her in the vehicle and went from there. Asked her everything.
Did your hands go on her at all?
I backhanded her on as far as the side.
Where on her body? Tell me. You backhanded
her waist, and the back portion. I didn't touch her butt or anything, but the back portion of the waist. And then she lifted it up like right here, and there's nothing.
Did she lift it up like this?
No.
Okay. So she never, like, went, ooh, nothing,
No.
exposed her breasts or anything like that?
She asked me if I was like, no, it's okay.
She asked you?
If you want to search me, I'm like, no, it's okay.
So she never, like, put her hands on the car and you...
No.
Okay. Okay. Where was she positioned or standing when you did the back of your hand on her?
Probably the front right fender of my patrol vehicle.
But was she facing you or was she turned?
No, she was facing away from me.
And you just kind of did it like
yeah,
this?
back there, yes.
Okay. Did your hand go on her butt or anything?
No, that's what I was saying. It was the hip, the side, not the butt section.
What about right here?
No.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
They can tuck a gun
That's
right here.
why I asked to lift it up.
Oh, so she just kind of showed you her belly?
Right.
Okay. Then you talked to her for a little bit.
Right.
After you searched her, you
Right.
put her in the back of the car.
Right.
Then we used to always kind of keep the door open and talk when they're not like combative or anything. Did
Right.
you talk to her and get information then while she was in the back of your car?
Right, I talked to her for a little bit, just as far as what's inside the vehicle. Can I have consent to search your vehicle? Is there anything in that Kool-Aid? She said no. Just talking to her, what's the deal? Why are you driving late at 2 o'clock at night, you know? Why did you swerve? Said she's going to Ann Arbor, over the northwest side to visit her daughter, I believe. So,
Then you went out and searched her car?
after she gave me consent to search her car.
How long, you think?
I did a quick search, to be honest with you. I looked under the seat, boom, sniffed the juice, whatever she's had, and I didn't smell alcohol on it. Went through her purse, like she said, there's pills in it, looked at it real quick to see if their name was there, and that was basically it.
Okay. Then when you went back to her, what happened?
And when I went back to her, I was like, okay, I didn't smell any alcohol on your car and your juice thing, and I'm like, what's the deal? Are you really drunk or not? And she's like, no, I'm just trying to go back home. And at that time, I was like, okay, but I'll go ahead and follow you. I said, I'm not going to take you to jail. I'm tired. I'm not going to take you to jail. I'll go and follow you. And let's go back to 44. And you head westbound on 44. So that's what we did.
Did you follow her?
Actually, when I went behind her and we got in the car, she took forever, and I started getting annoyed. So I just U-turned it, and I went ahead, and I saw her in the back view of my rearview mirror. And she was following at 44, but then I took off going northbound on Broadway Extension, while she took 44 to go west.
So you were able to see her do that?
Yes.
And go. And then did you lose her when you got on Broadway?
When I went to northbound on Broadway, and she went 44 west.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like this is the lady, this is the deal where she's the complaining party.
Okay.
Okay. And she's making some sexual allegations, obviously, because sex crimes is working it.
Right. What did she say?
Well, was there anything, an accidental touch, anything?
If she thought it when I passed searched her, but it was nothing as far as I felt like I would do anything as far as sexual or anything like that.
The detective manages to get Holtzclaw to admit to touching the woman, which can later be used against him in court.
For my safety, I just checked to see if the weapons or anything.
And
to make clear, I didn't touch her butt, but the waist side and whatnot. If you would like me to do it for me to show you.
No, and I'm fine with it, and you have every right to do that.
Right.
She's saying that you made her lift up her shirt, and when she lifted up her shirt, she exposed her breasts.
No.
Did you ever see
I asked her, is there anything inside your bra? And she said no. So I was like, okay. And she said, you want me to show you? And that's the time I said, no, you don't need to do that.
She said she said she was doing this. When you said, is there anything inside your bra? And she was going, no, I don't have anything like that. Did she do that?
Yeah, she did, but I didn't look or anything like like that.
Right.
And then she was like, "Do you want me to show you?" I was like, "No."
She said when she said, "Do you want me to show you?" You said, "Yeah," and she went.
No, I didn't.
But could she have been, woo, flashing you? And now you don't want to tell me because you're afraid you're going to get in trouble?
No. When I told her no, I said no.
Then she didn't go, yeah,
No.
you know, because sometimes drunk girls are,
Having a good time.
yeah, and
no.
partying down. And let's face
And
it,
I've already heard stories about officers
people
and
want,
whatnot.
they
so
want
I don't
officers for
I didn't want-
hubbies
so
or
I said
whatever.
no.
And,
I said no.
but you could have said no. But I'm asking you if she flashed you anyways.
I didn't see her. I didn't
didn't
see
see
her
no
breasts.
boobies?
I didn't see her breasts.
Okay. What about pants?
Nothing in her pants as far as I concerned. She was wearing tight jeans. So
She said she pulled them down.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see her pull them down?
I didn't see her pulling down pants.
Could she have done it when you were up searching the car?
She could have. I didn't
Did
have
she
her.
have them on
I
when,
didn't have her handcuffed or anything.
when you came back to the car and got her out? Were her pants fastened? Were they?
Yeah, everything.
They
was
were
still,
up, and
Everything was still intact.
so you never saw her pull her pants down.
No, I didn't.
Why do you think she's making this up?
I don't know.
Did you write her a ticket?
I didn't. I let her go, and I said I want to arrest you for your no STL.
Trying to figure out why she'd say that. I mean, I could see her saying it if you wrote her a ticket because she's pissed off.
Right.
Now, make it quite clear, if you saw her boobs, I don't care if she's flashing you.
I did not see.
You did not see her
breasts.
boobies.
No, I did not see her breasts.
She's saying you shined your light on her.
I did not see her.
Where do you keep your flashlight?
The left side, right here, right behind my radio.
Did you have your flashlight out on the traffic stop?
I did.
When she was going like this, did you have your
I
flashlight
didn't- I
on
didn't
her?
go like that. But as I'm out on the radio like this, I have it right positioned over us. But I didn't.
Right,
As far as
but
that.
did you have it on her when you're talking to her so you can see her? I mean,
To
was
see
it
her.
on her when she goes like this? Maybe she could have
Right,
construed it.
to see her inside the vehicle.
Was the dome light on?
The dome light was not on.
It didn't come on. I don't know how. Does that come on when you open your back door? It's been too long since I've been in a scout car.
I can't recall, to be honest with you. I don't think the back. I don't think it does. As far as the dome light.
I'm just trying to figure out. How long do you think you were on that traffic stop?
I don't think it was an
It's not
excess
fast.
of over
Just
a regular speed. 15 minutes at most, just like a regular traffic stop. Nothing as far as more.
about 15 minutes. How long were you with her? How long of that 15 minutes do you think was searching her car? Where maybe she's sitting in the back seat.
Like I said, that quick search probably at max, maybe a little bit over 5 minutes. Maybe like 5 minutes if
So you're with her for 10 minutes.
talking to her. Yes.
Did it take a while to get her to consent to search, or what? 10 minutes is a long time.
She was nervous and she was crying and stuff, and I told her not to be
Did she
nervous.
say why she was crying?
She says police officer and whatnot, and I'm just nervous because I got stopped by a police officer. So I'm like, calm down, everything's fine. And then, so I think maybe with the fact that she had no SDL, maybe she was nervous as well too. And then so I went to the search, and it wasn't that. It was a quick search, like I said before. It wasn't in detail, pulling up carpet. It was a quick search.
Because you're just ready to go home.
I was ready to go home.
Did you go home and go straight to bed?
I went home straight to bed.
Okay. Think of anything yet?
Well, I think that was pretty good. Wasn't that pretty easy? Hey, we got to do this.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't mind. I got to take your buckles.
Okay.
We're doing that in the.
That's fine.
All right.
Did we buckle swap anybody in the academy
I don't.
as a demonstration?
Here, I'll let your name there because I don't even know how to spell it. I can
How do you
spell
say your
mine.
name?
Daniel Holtzclaw.
Holtzclaw. What is that?
It's German.
Can you
Hey, read
speak German?
No, I can't.
Hey, read that out loud to me.
Yeah.
I, Daniel Holtzclaw, after having been advised of my right not to have a search made of my body, hereinafter mentioned without a search warrant, and my right to refuse to consent to such a search, hereby authorize Rocky Gregory, detective of the Oklahoma City Police Department, to conduct a complete search of my body located at 701 Colcord, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Officers are authorized by me to take from my body samples of swabs from my body which they may desire. This written permission is being given by me to the above named police official voluntarily and without threats of promises of any kind.
Basically, you're giving buccal swabs of your own free will.
Okay.
We do this as part of it. See, this ain't so bad, huh?
No, I never had this done, so.
Stay up. There we go. And you get a free teeth cleaning with your first time.
You won't go none, though.
All right, and then we're going to have one more round.
I turned off my phone.
We'll have a couple more questions. All right. This side.
Ralph, what time is it on your watch? I turned my phone off. So.
I've got 4:50. Sorry, 4:47. What I've got. So, do you usually do traffic stops on going home, or what was?
I don't. Like I said
that?
before, I rarely don't. I usually try to get home because I'm tired of them and shit.
Well, and are you a big DUI worker?
When I first started coming out, I did. But
hated DUIs.
not really at the end now, to be honest with you.
I usually, if I see somebody swarming, I'm whoop, the other way.
And that's what a lot of officers do too. So.
Well, Daniel, this is kind of one of the things that we kind of bring you in here to
Right.
see how truthful you are.
Right.
Now, you need to kind of think of a few different things here.
Okay.
Okay, we pulled up a lot of video around that area
Okay.
after these allegations.
Okay.
Okay, she also had a SANE exam, which you know what that consists of.
Right.
There's a reason why we wanted your buckles.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I mean, we can go through a couple different things of why we've got you in here, but you sure there's nothing you want to?
Nothing.
So if we go off the video and watch that,
Right.
you're still going to stick with your story.
Yes, sir.
If we go off DNA,
DNA as well.
Should we show you the video?
If yes,
You do want to see it.
do I? Yes.
So there's nothing that you,
Everything that I recall of that night is what was asked and everything. That's what happened.
have I maybe not asked enough questions?
I think everything covered as far as that.
Do you recall putting your penis in her mouth?
I don't.
Would you recall that if you did it?
If I did it, yeah.
okay. Well, I think you really, in all honesty, you need to really double think about this. I mean, I got to be honest with you, it doesn't look really good.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, in what you originally thought, detectives just don't roll up in there for no reason.
Right.
Okay. And we just didn't pick you out. Okay.
Right.
I mean, there's a whole lineup there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But there's definitely enough here to bring you in here to start questioning you.
Right.
Okay. We knew you were on that stop.
Right.
We knew you were there.
Mm-hmm.
And we can watch a whole lot of actions being performed while you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's why she was trying to give you every out on the whole booby thing.
Right.
Okay. Now, is there any reason at all, even from whatever angle, because, you know, it takes a little bit to clear up those videos,
Right.
but any reason why your penis would be out?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, in doing this, you know how SANE exams work, and I ain't got to explain about DNA or anything like that.
Right.
Now, I didn't say you had sex with her.
Right.
Okay. But getting a blowjob, okay, that is a different story.
Right.
Okay. You see my concern here.
I'm just listening to you, sir.
He continues to assert that he is innocent even though he knows that there is a huge pile of evidence against him. He will not only try to convince the detectives that he is innocent, but will also convince himself that he is of innocence.
I
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
but I'd rather listen to you and you start talking.
That's all I have, sir.
Are we gonna get something from the SANE exam?
Go with the SANE exam.
Do you understand that you don't have to full-blown ejaculate to get something out of the SANE exam?
Right.
We can get skin cells, we can get pre-ejaculate, we can do all that and still get DNA.
Right.
And did your penis go in her mouth?
No, it did not.
Okay. Because DNA will clear it up. And here's the deal, too. We can fall on the sword
Okay.
and say I screwed up or something, but if we say we didn't do it, we didn't do it, we didn't do it, and then the DNA comes back and says he did it, then we have a huge problem.
Right.
We're here to give you the chance to fall on the sword, so we don't want a huge problem. We don't want a huge problem for you.
Right.
This is time. It's time. If it touched her mouth, if it touched the inside of her mouth for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you got to tell us now.
Look,
Right.
there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in between a rape being forced and some old girl who wants it.
Right.
Okay, we've had plenty of that.
We get that. We know that.
Okay, but there is a big difference. Okay,
Right.
but I'm just saying, these videos ain't helping, and we're gonna do the comparing and all that.
Okay.
Okay, but it's not looking good so far.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't want to see anybody go down for something that
Right.
there was no force.
Right.
Now, I'm not seeing any beating or anything like that.
Right.
Okay, I'm not seeing that big time, big guy forcer type thing like what we do see.
Right.
But
But if it was a get out of jail free card, that happens.
Right.
And we know that happens.
Right.
But we got to know that. We got to know that versus, he made me, I didn't want to, blah, blah, blah. If it's a get out of jail free card, then that's a different story.
and we've worked enough of them, okay, cases that it didn't happen. The problem is where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's why we wanted to hear your version of the story.
Right.
Whether we just go off of what we see and I mean whatever this tests out as.
Right.
Okay, but
Sir, I'm sticking with my story. I'm
Okay. On the video, are we going to see her boobies?
shouldn't see her boobs. I didn't see her boobs.
Okay. Are we going to see her pull her pants down?
I didn't see her pull her pants down.
Are we going to see your penis out?
No.
Are we going to see your penis go in her mouth?
No.
Are we going to get any DNA to that?
No.
let's switch up for a second. You had another girl, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You probably not necessarily going to remember the name, but her name is Terry Morris, okay? Black female. Supposedly you promised her a ride to the city rescue mission. This ring a bell?
No.
You did a traffic stop with her. She thought you ran her for warrants. Was it clicking? Drove her around.
Mm-mm.
No.
Her name doesn't. I don't recall a name like that.
And she's claiming the same thing. The exact same thing. And here again, for whatever reason, things are pointing at you again.
Right.
Now this was before even this incident this morning. Traffic stop, not logged in, all that stuff.
This morning.
No, this has been a little bit ago.
Okay.
This was here just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay. Anything?
I don't.
Do you remember stopping?
I don't recall a name
Okay.
of Terry Moore.
Well, I wouldn't remember a
Right.
name.
How about black female downtown, city rescue mission? That's what I was trying to jog your memory.
I haven't been to a city rescue mission.
I didn't say you made it there.
Have you promised anybody a ride to the city
I
rescue?
haven't asked anyone asked me to city rescue mission.
No, she didn't have to ask you. Did you offer to take anybody to the city rescue mission?
No, I don't offer anyone because I don't like going there. To be honest with you,
Don't like dealing with what?
I don't like going over to the city rescue mission or anything like that.
Okay. How about any stops of a person just walking, even just downtown? Anywhere downtown?
No,
You
I don't. In Spring Lake, I don't go downtown. Besides, if I go to Classen, not Classen, but Western Maine to Valero's to
Or
fill
the
up.
jail,
Or jail.
or
That's right.
headquarters, property.
Right.
And you just don't remember doing any of those type of stops?
No,
Not in the last month or so?
no.
Do you run everybody that you come in contact with?
Majority of the time.
But you didn't run old girl this morning.
The
The
50th.
50th in Lincoln.
No, I didn't. I didn't run her.
The other girl that he's talking about is kind of making the same allegations, and that's weird.
Yeah,
It
that's,
doesn't look good.
I mean,
it
that's
doesn't
weird.
look. Yeah, it
That's
doesn't look
weird.
good. So, no, I don't. No one with the city rescue mission. Never been asked. Never been offered anyone to go there.
Do you give people rides sometimes?
I do get people rides. I do.
Because sometimes I'd be like, I am not a taxi cab.
I'll go
But-
rides.
have you always been in your new car? I mean, have you ever had it down, driving another?
I've had a wreck on 20-something King where it was down for a little bit. Starting out was in the pool cars, but this is my take-home car.
But I'm saying in the last month, have you been driving any of the older cars?
No.
Black and white versus the solid
Yeah, I think
black.
this is the only car I've been in.
Have you ever driven a black and white car?
I have, yeah.
When was that?
Right out of the academy, the regular Crown Vic,
But when you wrecked your car and it was down, what did you drive?
Crown Vic, black and white.
A black and white one.
Right.
When was that?
A year ago, maybe.
Oh, okay. How long have you had to take them for?
Probably a year and a half.
And it's been this one.
This one, yeah.
So you wrecked it 6 months after having it?
Somewhere around there,
That
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Was it your fault?
No.
No. Well, that's good.
What do you think about all this?
Heads out here. I want you to take this exam and get this over with. I feel embarrassed because going to the station.
Well, that's why we try to handle it.
Yeah,
Right, right. And I've heard of officers going through this and whatnot, and that's something I don't want my rep to be, about. I'm a good officer. I don't. That's not me. It's not me.
Are you circumcised?
I am
Sorry,
circumcised.
just asking. Do you have pubic hair?
Yes.
Well, I mean, some people manscape, as you call it.
Right.
You groom?
I groom.
Okay.
Yes.
So do I. For-
You got any identifying marks around your penis?
I don't.
Just a plain old penis, huh?
Plain old penis.
Plain old 14-incher.
I don't know what to say about that, but
See, you should have. You just had your opportunity. I just don't know what to think. Would you take a polygraph?
yeah, if you want to take a polygraph.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a solution. Do you know how slow DNA is?
I don't. I do not.
Slow. You be willing to take a polygraph on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can call him. Get that set up.
You, that's kind of delving off different, but you married?
I'm not married.
Girlfriends?
Here and there.
Kids?
No kids.
You're big. You on roids?
I'm not on steroids.
A little bit?
I've been always,
Which I don't care.
I've always been a big.
I'm not the dope police.
I've always been a big bone guy, football athletic.
You got more than big bones. You got big muscles
I work
too.
out all the time.
Do you?
I do.
Where do you work out?
At a 4-star gym off of May, about 63rd.
No roids at all.
No woods.
You do all the protein drinks
I
and all
drink a
that
lot
stuff.
of protein.
That can damage your kidneys, just so you know.
So,
If you did roids, would you tell us?
I wouldn't. I'll tell you.
I mean, because we don't care.
I have nothing to hide about that. I've always been a big guy. Always work out all the time and whatnot.
When was the last shower you had?
Took a shower before work.
When you went home, was anybody home?
My girlfriend was home.
Do
you
you
get
live
laid?
with her?
Huh? No, she doesn't. She just stayed.
Did you get laid?
Messed around, yeah.
What's messed around? Sex?
I guess
We were all adults.
we almost had sex, and she was tired.
What'd you do?
So my penis went around her vagina, and then maybe went a little bit in, and then she pushed me off and said, "No, we don't want to. I'm tired." I was like, "Okay."
That's kind of mean to let it get that far and then stop.
So that's when you got home?
That's when I got home.
How often do you have sex?
About once a day, if that.
You guys have sex once a day?
Yeah,
How old are you?
27.
Well, yeah.
How much you jerk off?
Maybe once a day.
So you have sex once a day and masturbate once a day.
Yeah.
What'd you do when you got shot down at home today? Usually you got to relieve that.
Right. And that's
I know.
that was before work. That happened before work.
You masturbated before work?
Yeah.
Did you just go roll over and go to sleep when she didn't give you any?
Yeah.
You ever been accused of anything like this before?
I haven't.
Not in Michigan?
No. I'm not.
You weren't one of those football players.
I
that we
wasn't.
see
I
on the news.
wasn't. I was not.
Anything you can think of that will help us help you.
That's it. I want
to step out.
to go test. I want to get cleared up my name. I want to get cleared
Because
up.
you know what? If this is a bunch of false allegations, then I want it cleared up too.
Right.
And I'll help you clear it up and it's this. We don't talk. It's not it's swarming around Spring Lake. It's out there.
It's just in the department too. So,
And it's not swarming all over the department. We in sex crimes, we do not run around and go, guess what? This is what we're going to work. We don't do that. It's
Right.
not professional. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's around Spring Lake.
Right.
And everybody's gonna know that we pulled you down here. We tried
Right.
to do it as discreetly as we could.
Right.
But, and like I said, there's officers that, I'm not saying being with the hookers is right, but it happens.
Right.
And it's life.
Right.
And if that's what this was, lay it out there for me now.
Right. No, it wasn't. No.
Did she offer anything? Don't take me to jail, I'll do this, I'll
No,
do this.
it was
Did she
she.
offer you anything?
I think she was nervous, like I said earlier, maybe a little flirtatious, but nothing crazy.
She never offered anything
No.
in exchange for you not taking her.
No, she's really worried about going to jail, but
And
you know, she
sometimes
was,
they'll say, hey, I'll give you a
That's it.
Hummer if I
No.
don't go to jail.
no.
She didn't offer that?
She was nervous, like I said, she cried earlier.
Did she cry as soon as you stopped her or after she was in your car? When did she start crying?
I think in the car, yeah.
What made you let her go? Number one reason.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I want to get home.
Then why'd you pull her over?
Like I said earlier, I just cop, swerve, DUI, And if
Holy
I had,
crap,
if I
that's a
had, if I
2-hour
had,
job.
I know if I had to do it, I would have done it. But I didn't think that she was past the legal limit.
That's just, I mean, I just would avoid that if I. Did you at any time, you said you picked her up around 50th and Lincoln. I mean, when you saw her swerve,
Right.
did you at any time, were you always behind her, or did you pull up beside her to maybe see who was in the car and then pull back behind her?
She was at 50th and Lincoln, swerved, and I was behind her, so I fell behind her, and then wait till we
Were you
passed the
ever
line.
beside her?
No,
What lane was she in?
the outside lane.
Closest to the curb?
Yeah. And I
Did
was
you ever
outside.
pull up beside her on this way and then fall behind her?
No, I
Because
was
sometimes-
directly behind her about here, and she swerved.
And you stayed behind her?
And I
Because
stayed behind
sometimes I would pull up beside to see, okay, how many people am I dealing with
Nah,
in the car?
I didn't do that time. I've done that before, but
Right, you didn't do
I
that.
didn't do it
on
this
her.
time.
Could you tell if she was the only passenger?
I
or-
couldn't. It was dark tinted windows. I couldn't tell. It was
So you didn't know how many people you were walking up on?
No, I didn't.
Did she roll down her window as soon as you?
She had the back left window rolled down, and then she didn't never rolled it up, and I think she opened the door, if I recall.
Okay. And was it pretty quick that you took her to the back, to your car?
After a couple questions, license, insurance, typical thing. She just gave me her little Oklahoma identification card. And that's like, okay, investigate attention, come back to the car with me.
Okay. Yeah, because that gives you a reason to search if you need it. I mean, what would you have done if you had found some dope or a gun or something?
As officers, if you find a little dime bag, it's, you can squash it out, rub it out. With gun, obviously, different story.
Now, you logged out when?
I don't know the exact time, but off Prospect, when I about hit Prospect, and probably about 50th, I logged out.
Do you guys, because it's done different now, do you have to go to the station and check all your stuff in? At the end of the shift.
Handing her activity and all that one night.
You do that every night?
Yeah.
Not,
And then-
sometimes you don't go to a buddy, here, turn this in, I'm
No.
going home.
And then lieutenants clear us and say, you guys can go home.
Okay, so you didn't, and what, do they make you wait till straight up 2, or do they cut you 10 to 2?
Majority of the time, sometimes it's just up to the supervisor.
Okay.
The majority of the time.
And then you left,
Right that, yeah. And then I headed up 50th, going northbound.
how'd you get to 50th? Just down Prospect?
Spring Lake Station, take a right to go north, off Prospect, took a left to go westbound on 50th.
And then picked her up at Lincoln? or
About
whatever.
there-ish to the east, where I saw her.
Any other traffic out there?
No, that was the only car.
What about during the time that you had her stopped for like 15 minutes?
What do you mean?
Was there a lot of traffic going by? Was there any traffic going by?
I think there was cars I could see as far as coming going west towards our direction and whatnot, but nothing like real crazy driving by us all the time.
Just about.
Hang for a minute. Let us powwow. My shirt cut me off. Your phone. I wanted to, they looking in your car,
Oh, okay.
but they wanted you to have your phone.
Okay.
All right. So we have no misunderstanding because, and maybe I didn't key in on some things. I want you to, you turn in your activity card, walk me through it all again.
Turn my activity card. I leave out station. I go take a right, go northbound on Prospect, all the way to 50th. About that time, turn off my computer, done for the night. Head left to go westbound on 50th
Okay.
from Prospect. About a block down, I see a Grand Prix in the outside lane. I was in the inside lane, directly in front of me. Car swerved. At that time, I kind of fall behind of it. then initially lighted up until we hit about 50th and Lincoln. I didn't want to light it up at the stop sign, so I waited till we go forward and just lit it up just to the west. And then that's when I made the traffic stop.
Okay, walk me through the stop.
Made the traffic stop, made contact, gave her license, insurance, normal protocol. She gave me her identification card, and then at the time I said, "You have a valid driver's license?" She said no. So I was like, okay, I had time to step out of the vehicle.
Did she have insurance?
She didn't get insurance. I just saw the ID and I was like, yeah, valid insurance, need a valid license. So I brought her back to the house, the car, and then that's when I.
Okay, what side of your car?
The back right.
The passenger side.
Yes.
Okay.
These details being asked by the detective are only to test and see whether he is lying, not to gather information. This is because if he lies, his testimony in court will be rejected.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So as I'm walking her down, I was like, you have any weapons or whatever? I always ask people when I step out of the car, whatnot. At that time, I powder her down, whatnot. Ask her to lift up her shirt. No weapons as I could see or anything like that. Put her in the back of my car. Ask her what the deal is. She's going to Ann Arbor on the northwest side to visit her daughter, I believe. And then I'm like, okay, why were you swerving? Why are you late at 2 o'clock at night driving and whatnot? What's the deal? She's like, I'm just going to my daughter's house. Okay, so why are you swerving? She's just like, I got nervous or something or whatever the deal is. So I ask her, okay, and I go, is there anything inside the car I need to know about? And then she says there's some juice in there. I was like, is there any alcohol in the juice? She says no. So I was like, anything else inside the car? She's like, oh, you might just find some pills and whatnot. So I proceeded and asked, can I have consent to search the car? She says yes. Go to the car, I did a quick search, nothing out of, didn't look up any carpets or anything like that. Did a quick search, looking under the seat, looked through her purse, saw the pills, smelled the juice. I didn't smell any alcohol in the juice. When I looked at the pills, I kind of quick glanced to make sure it was her name, whatnot. Okay, we're good. Went back over there, okay. What's the deal with this, blah, 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 whatnot. And she's like, I'm just trying to go see my daughter. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to go. I don't want to take you to jail. I'm tired. I want to go home. And then she's like, okay. So basically went from there, and I said, I'll follow you around. We got in her car. She took it forever, so I pulled out, did a U-turn in front of her. She followed me where I could see her in the rearview mirror. We went over, and I went northbound on Broadway Extension. She went 44 and west. And that was it.
Why'd you log off?
I always log off.
Aren't you supposed to stay logged on until you get home?
I always log off.
Do you keep your police radio on when you go home?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think
you're
I
listening.
think I had my radio on, yes.
Do sometimes you turn them off?
Yeah, I do.
That's not good officer safety. What if you drive by an armed robbery?
That's true, too, yeah.
I mean, or what if you drive by an officer that needs backup and you're right there and you didn't hear it?
That's right.
I'll give you my mommy lecture. So you always log off when you're done?
Majority of the time, yes.
Okay. When you bring her to the passenger side of the car, here's her car. I'm not a good artist either. And here's your car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you bring her over here.
The back right.
Okay.
Passenger side.
Is this where you're having your conversation the whole time?
The whole time when I step out of the car, I'll always talk to him when you had anything on you. So as we're walking here, I'm like, okay, anything on you? Okay, be careful. I just quick pat you down. Just go ahead. Quick pat her down. No, I have weapons I felt or anything like that. I only looked at your shirt. About right there. Nothing. Okay, keep walking. I'm still checking her out, making sure everything's good. And anything in your shoes? No. Try to take off her shoes. I'm like, are you good? So get inside the car, and that's when I proceeded to ask anything on board.
So she got inside the car.
She got inside the car.
Did you go get in the car and talk, or did you stand there with the door open and talk to her?
I think I did get inside the car for like a quick minute and just see what's the deal is, just talking to her and whatnot. And that's the time where I think I smelt the alcohol just a little bit on her. But nothing, I didn't stay in the car forever and whatnot. Just talked to her for a quick, brief minute.
And then you went up and searched?
Yeah, I got consent to search the car, asking anything's on board. She said, juice. I was like, any alcohol in the juice? No. anything else I should know about before I go inside the car? I'm gonna find it. She said pills. Okay, I was like, all right. I didn't ask her specifically where the pills were.
Right.
So I go inside the car, look down in the front left seat, quick search, and look at their carpets or anything I said. Smelled the juice. No, I didn't smell any alcohol. Went through her purse. First, I saw bottles of pills and whatnot, but just quick glance. Okay, that's her name. Went back.
Now, when you went back, did you get in your car or did you go back over here?
I can't. I don't know if I went into my car or went back over there. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Did you? Sometimes, like I said, we open the car door and we stand. Car doors open, and I'll stand right here and talk to them because they're sitting right here.
Right. I've done that. Yeah.
Did you do that
Yeah,
with her?
I did that. Yes. Yes.
So you're having conversation while she's sitting in the car right there.
Yes.
Okay. But you don't remember if you got back in here.
I know. I believe I did get back in the car. That's when I smelled just a slight of alcohol on it.
That was pre-search.
I believe so. I believe so. I don't know.
And I'm trying to get this so we can match it up with the video.
Right.
After you search, you come back over here and talk to her.
Right.
Okay. Any cars passing by then?
Maybe a couple.
Could she have missed? Because if you're standing right here and you're a big guy,
Right.
and she's sitting right here, if she goes like this, well, she's gonna be looking right at your penis.
Okay. But
Could
it was just talking.
did you? Let me ask you this: did you ever get a hard on while you were talking to her? Because she could have.
I don't
These
think I
pants
got.
don't fit the greatest,
Right.
and if you get a hard on, I'm gonna be able to tell you got a hard on.
Right. And I'm pretty positive I didn't get a hard on.
Didn't get a hard on
No,
when
pretty
you talked to her.
positive, pretty
Well,
positive.
do you still just get boners because you get boners?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. So, have you ever got a boner on a call?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay.
Pretty sure I have.
But it's not something you would
No.
remember. I mean, I would remember if I got a hard on
Right.
talking to somebody.
And as a guy, it happens.
That's not something. I
It
know.
happens,
I know.
so.
Well, you're not 50 yet either, so happens because of your age. Could she have missed? Could you have got a hard on and she saw it and it
I don't think I got
scared her?
I don't think I got a hard on, but like I said, she was already nervous and crying and whatnot. I already told her, I'm like, hey, I want to go home. I'm done with my shift. I don't think you need to be worried about. If nothing's on board where I need to take you to jail, you're good. I'm not worried about no state driver's license.
Did your pants come unzipped, unbuttoned, anything while you were standing right there?
No.
CSI is processing your car right now.
Right.
And when we stepped out, they found some pubic hairs right in here. Could they be yours?
No, that's not. I didn't pull my penis out. I didn't do anything right there.
Did she?
No.
But do you think they could be?
No, it's not. No. Nothing of mine.
Your pubes couldn't be
No.
right there?
No.
Has your penis ever been out by your car?
While I'm working? No.
Not working.
No.
Have you ever had sex in the backseat of your
I
car?
have not.
Because, I mean, some people do. You know, I'm not saying forced sex, consensual sex.
Right.
So your penis has never been in your backseat.
Is it possible any of this DNA is yours?
No. It's not. That's. I would like to go at it. Not my DNA.
Are those pubes going to be yours?
No. No.
Are you worried about it?
This whole situation I'm worried about. I mean, I've never been here, never been questioned, especially in like a room like this, obviously I'm worried about the whole circumstances of
Earlier,
station
you
and
got to
everything.
understand we kind of see different things, okay? You seem a little extra worried whenever you talked about seeing her. We talked about seeing her boobies.
Mm,
You sure she just didn't flash you?
I can't, she did not flash. I don't want to say I can't recall, but I'm pretty positive she didn't
When I
flash
see
me.
a pair of titties,
She
I'm gonna
went
see
like
her.
this, but nothing as far as I'm going like crazy looking.
lifting the shirt.
No.
How far did she lift it?
When she lifted it up first, when I patted her down, she was like right here to the stomach line.
Did you
That's
see her
it.
belly?
Maybe some fat rolls or something, I don't know, but Nothing
Right,
like
but I mean,
was
could you
just-
see skin?
Yeah, I saw skin. Yeah.
Well, she's older. Were tits hanging down, and you saw the bottom of her tits?
I don't know. I don't know. It's dark. I don't know.
You like older women?
I don't.
How's your
How's
girlfriend?
She's 25.
Okay.
What's the oldest lady you've slept with?
Maybe 29.
You ever slept with a black woman?
I have. In high school, I have.
Do you have a race that you prefer?
I don't.
You just like...
I'm half Japanese, so I'm not really.
I was gonna ask you if you
racial
were
about
Asian.
anything, so I'm not really discriminating.
Who's Japanese, your mom or your dad?
My mom.
Is your dad huge? How'd you
No.
get so big?
That's what everyone asks me.
Because,
That's
I
what
mean,
thought.
Asian genes are kind of small.
And that's why I thought I was adopted at first when I talked to him, but my dad's small, 5'9". Japanese people are small in general. So,
Wow. How tall are you?
about 6'2".
Wow. He got big. Does Daddy have some big guys
Big
on his
bud.
side?
He's a family of 3. Well, he'll be with him with 4 brothers, but I think his generation, his uncle was pretty tall, and I think that's where I got it.
I think we've covered a lot of sex questions.
Yeah. Is there anything? You got any sex questions?
I don't.
You got anything of us?
I don't. I just this whole situation, and
It's kind of scary.
it is scary, and I don't want my rep to be. Everything's about in law enforcement. I'm 3 years on. I know that, but everything's about your rep,
Absolutely.
and I don't want this to fall on my rep.
Actually.
So
Why would she make? Because when a woman says something like this, and they go through a sane exam, and they get. You didn't give her a ticket, so she's not getting out of a ticket. You didn't arrest her, because we get those when they go to jail. I've been raped, and have to work those stupid things
Right.
because they think they're going to get out of jail.
right.
Why in the world would she make this up?
I don't know. She was cooperative. She was nervous, like I said earlier, crying. I told her I'm not worried about no state driver's license. I wasn't making.
She said she was crying.
Yeah, and I don't. At times as an officer, you might make a threat to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you to jail," but let's try to get you some way to get in the car or something. If like a gang
Right.
or something. But that wasn't the case. I wasn't threatening her. I wasn't.
Did she ever ask you if you were going to shoot her?
She did. She was talking about a pistol all the time and talking about guns and whatnot. And I'm like, calm down. I'm like, I'm not going to shoot you or anything like
Did
that.
she think you were going to shoot her?
Maybe. I'm like, what? And I even asked her, I think I asked her, what's the deal with you and cops? Do you have a bad run-in with a cop? That was it.
So you had to tell her,
I was like, calm
calm
down.
down. Did you ever say, I promise I'll let you go?
I did. I said, I promise I'll let you go. I'm not worried about no state driver's license. Is there anything inside that car?
Did you tell her you were going to follow her home?
I did. But then when she took forever to turn around, I got annoyed and I was like, screw it, let's go. But I saw in the rearview mirror, and I saw her take 44 when I went northbound on Broadway.
Where did she live?
She said she was going to sister's house in Ann Arbor.
Were
Which
you
is
really going to
northwest.
follow her? That's far.
I was gonna drift off, I might really follow her, but I was just gonna drift off and okay, she's good to go. So I didn't think at first she was drunk. She wasn't over the legal limit. But I thought alcohol was on board, but nothing where she's DUI.
Anyway, those pubes are going to be yours.
No, they're not. Please don't.
I know. We're going to test it. It just takes.
They're not.
Anyway, your skin cells are going to be anywhere on her mouth.
No,
Skin cells from your fingers.
no.
Did you touch her body anywhere other than with the back of your hand, pat searching her?
I just passed her, and that was about it. Didn't touch her face or anything.
You got to
No.
understand, we've had so many people sat in that same chair
Right.
that tell us all day long, I didn't do this, I didn't do this. They promise on their baby, on their mama.
Right.
They promise to God. And then they come right back. We get back these tests, and you can't get out of it. You know, I mean, once you kind of get basically kind of locked into something, there's no talking about it.
Right.
And that's why we would try to give a person every opportunity.
Right.
Because
you
if the
know,
tests come back, you ain't coming back in here.
Because we have a woman that says about, you know, basically being sexually assaulted.
Right.
Okay, and we're calling it by force and all that. Big difference between that and a hookup.
Right.
And to come back, if there's something there and you say no, and she said it was that, you know, you see where we're going.
Right.
with this.
I do.
And that's why we always try to give every angle.
Right.
We wasn't there,
Right.
so we just got to go off of everything that we see and have.
Mm-hmm. Do understand?
No hookup?
No hookup.
Not even a little hookup?
No, not a little hookup.
No booby?
No booby. I saw no breasts.
Did she see your penis?
No.
I'm just trying to think of anything that she could have misconstrued. Or why did she go to all this trouble?
I don't know.
Did you do anything that pissed her off?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think I did anything when I was talking to her. I don't. Was it rude? She was cooperative. I wasn't at a point where I'd be like, okay, you're going to jail or something or whatnot. I don't think I made any like threats to make, you know, to get in the car, like I said, or anything like that.
When we first walked into the office, first time you saw us, okay,
Right.
and we just kind of started talking. You brought up this traffic stop.
Because the major came in, or the captain talking about 50th and Lincoln.
And okay.
When he came and got you?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
I think it was the captain, and then we were in the major's office, and he said something accusations of 50th and Lincoln.
No,
And I didn't hear any rumors going into the station or anything. I was just going to show up and line up like I don't really do.
When you came in, you said something about, wow, why are all them guys here?
I don't think I said I was shocked.
You said that in the car, not to, you were like, when I saw everybody, I was like, whoa, I wonder.
Because I was.
Did you think we were there for you?
I was just I saw that, and I knew from Academy, I'm like, what's going on?
Did you think it was for you?
I didn't know. I didn't see. I've never been in trouble like this before. Never got accused of anything like this or nothing.
But it scared you.
Yeah, I was scared.
Okay, if I walked into the station and saw some sex crimes detective there, that wouldn't scare me.
It wouldn't scare me if I was just in the briefing station. But since I went in the room and was told to go in the room, and I saw
Then you
your
got
sex
up.
crimes,
Okay.
that's what went on.
But I saw you when you walked in the door. Did you see me in the captain's office?
I saw you, but I saw Captain glance over like that.
Did you get scared then?
No, Captain. I'm good with Captain Clifton,
Are you?
and just say, "Hey, what's up?" all the time. So it wasn't a big deal to me like that. When he told me. to
But
go
when
in
you
the
got called in
room,
then you were like, whoa.
yeah, what's going on?
What's your phone number?
580-231-2028.
Did you exchange phone numbers with this lady?
I did not.
Did she have a phone?
I did not know.
Did you talk about hooking up later?
No, I did not.
Is she somebody you'd hook up with?
No.
Did she want to hook up later?
I don't know. She didn't give me any clues like that.
Did she ask for your number?
No.
I'm just trying to think of every conceivable possible thing for this.
Run down through on your search of her breasts again. Exactly how that went, because even that and her pants.
Was she
one more
standing
time.
or sitting
When
during that time?
patted when I got to the vehicle about right here. Said, "Can I search you?" And whatnot.
More by the front door.
The front right fender. And then I patted her down, boom, boom, boom. Lift up your shirt right here. Boom, no weapons.
So you said lift up her shirt. Your
Yeah,
shirt.
Well,
What if she would have gone, whoa?
then I would have told a supervisor or something. I'd be like, get that off my back, you know. It's not what I meant.
Right, you searched her with her. Where was her? Was she facing you or facing away?
Facing away.
She's facing away.
Right.
And how are you seeing if anything's falling? If she's facing away,
If it'd fall, I'd see right there.
you'd see right there. But don't you usually have them turn face towards you and do a shakeout?
Officer safety, I always have everyone face away from me. You can't see what you can't hit.
But you don't know if the weapon's there or anything.
As far as I'd quick pat search, lift up your shirt, no weapons on
And you
board.
made a mention earlier about her pants. She did what with her pants?
As far as that, it was in the back seat. Nothing. She had tight pants, and that's about it.
But how did you have her do it? Like a cursory movement around her belt line, anything like that, or any shake?
No.
Did you tell her how far to raise her shirt or to do the shake with the bra? Anything like that?
I think she did the shake with her bra by herself. I didn't say to do any of that. As far as the...
Did she pull it out and go like that?
Yes, but as far as... That's on her. As far as right here is when I told her to lift up the waistband.
But she was faced away from you the entire time that her chest was...
Right.
She was checking.
Right. Right.
So when she lifted up her shirt, her back was to you?
I think she was facing me, obviously, because I'm going to look at the front end.
You said you might have saw her belly, like a fat roll.
Right.
So you would have been to the side or to the front.
If the time when she faced me is probably when I would have saw a fat roll or skin.
But it wasn't for the check.
No. No.
Did she try to pull her pants down?
No, I recall. Moved around the seat, and that's about it. Nothing else.
But when she was standing, did she try to pull her pants down?
No. No.
Did she do, you said she kind of did like
She did
this.
this.
Did she ever do anything down here?
No. Because at that time, when she asked me, "Do you want me to show you?" I was like, "No, no, I'm good."
She did ask if,
Yeah.
what'd she say?
I said, "No, I'm good."
When was that? Where was everybody then?
I think that was in the car.
Okay, I don't think you said that last time.
I think I did.
Maybe you did, and then maybe I just missed it. So she was in the car and said, "Do you want me to show you?"
Once she did the shake thing, and she's like, "You want me to show you?" I was like, "No."
Show you what?
Just as, I guess she's trying to mean as far as just a boom or something, if anything's in her bra or anything like that.
But that was after you already had her lift up her shirt a
Right,
little
because
bit.
that was at the front right fender.
Okay. And like I said, I may have missed that or got confused. We've talked about a lot. So she asked you when she's sitting in your car, "Do you want me to show you?"
Right.
And you said
Said
no.
no.
Did she attempt it?
No. And that was after the...
After she was kind of doing like this?
Yeah.
A thing that kind of concerns me is everything you're telling me is dead on to what she says. Everything. Except the sexual stuff.
Nothing was done as far as that.
It is obvious that he is lying. He admits to everything claimed except for sexually assaulting the victim. He makes a clear admission to the traffic stop to convince the detective that he is honest and trustworthy.
Nothing.
She smelled anything else besides alcohol?
Just a little bit, like I said, when I was in this car seat. But I asked her if anything else is on board. She just said pills.
Did she smell, though, like weed?
Not
or
PCP or anything with distinct that I would smell.
Right.
I didn't smell any weed inside the car. I didn't smell any weed on her person. That's about it.
Okay.
Any questions?
I'm just bombarded with questions. But
I know. Do you have any? Do you want to bombard us with any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
We might, as far as you said you take the lie detector test.
Right.
Do you have any extra job? Is there a time when you can't take a lie detector test?
No.
That you can take it at any
I
time?
can take it at any time.
You're not scheduled for vacation coming up?
I'm not scheduled for vacation.
Okay. Where are you at on your days on right now?
This will be my second day on.
Okay.
Wednesday.
So you're Tuesday to Tuesday?
Tuesday to Tuesday.
You take any testosterone booster?
I do take a pro hormone, which is over the counter, BYN, Beyond Your Nutrition, which is off Memorial and Penn-ish.
What's that do to your nuts? You know how
they say it shrinks your nuts.
Does it?
They say they shrinks your nuts.
Are your nuts shrunk?
I don't think they are.
I mean, well, you would know this. You know your ball size.
I don't think they have shrunk.
Has it done anything to your penis?
No.
You having a problem getting it up?
I don't.
You having a problem ejaculating?
I don't.
What's called BYN?
BYN, Beyond Your Nutrition.
Is that the name of the store or what you take?
It's off the store.
What's the stuff you take?
It's called Methadrol.
Does it make you hornier when you're on that?
Supposedly, science says that it's supposed to increase your testosterone levels.
Do you
So,
feel...
which in case, I guess, makes you more.
Wait, how long have you been taking that?
On and off for maybe a year.
So, do you think you want it more since you've been on that? I mean, if you're doing it once a day, that's a lot.
Plus jacking
I
off.
think. Plus jacking off.
For my age, I don't think that's a lot.
Was it that before you took this stuff?
Yeah, I think I have. I think that's probably why I'm a bigger guy, is because I have higher testosterone. I'm an athlete.
And do you think you have a high sex drive?
Yeah.
Do you like oral sex? Normal?
I like it all.
You'll take it at... Okay. Do you prefer vaginal? Would you rather get a blowjob or do it in the hoo-ha?
Do it. Me? You take it in the...
No, you give it in the hoo-ha or get a blowjob?
Sex.
Sex? What about anal sex?
No, I don't like that.
No, okay.
Okay.
I'll just step out.
I had some questions about some midgets, but I guess I'll leave that alone.
Have you ever had sex with a dude?
I've never had sex with a dude.
You ever wanted to?
I do not. I do not want to mess with a guy.
All right. Okay, couple things.
We powwow and then we
All right.
keep you.
The gal was talking about that Terry Morris, the one, the other person. Okay, you're saying the same thing. Okay. You say it was downtown. She was walking. Okay, so when I say stop, that's you see
Right.
like a voluntary contact.
Right.
Okay. Here, think of a cross between this is one picture and this is her. She look familiar?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Now you stopped her for sure and ran here
Okay.
on a different day. It was May 8th. Okay.
Okay.
You sure she doesn't look familiar at all? Now when you stopped her, over at the Liberty apartment area,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's where you stopped her on May 8th.
Okay.
Okay. Now, does that ring a bell at all?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. All right. Now you ran her then. Okay. Now she says that you stopped her later on. Like I say, later on in the month. There's more kind of a downtown area. Does that ring a bell at all?
I don't recall any of those pictures. I don't recall any of that.
Okay.
I don't ever go downtown besides if I go to the gas station or county or...
Off-duty jobs. Where you work
I
off-duty jobs?
don't have an off-duty. I'll have a courtesy officer at my apartment.
Okay. So besides the Bolero and
Maybe
county?
Viper here and there. Maybe.
Okay.
That's within our
Were you?
on-duty.
But you're running Viper out of Spring Lake.
Out of Spring Lake.
Okay. All right. You ever with your car? You ever go visit anybody, any buddies, anything like that, or?
No.
Shopping? Anything?
No.
Okay. Why would, and granted you're not even recalling her on the May 8th,
Right.
okay? But I just wanted you to have a frame of mind of who's making these statements against you. And it's the exact same thing too, you know. Stop her, have her sit in the back seat, run for warrants, then you have her get her out, okay? Unzip the pants. I mean, on and on and on. We can go through.
I mean, it's
to a T.
it's
of
exactly
this one.
the same.
Yeah, I don't recall any of those people. I don't think I recognize those people.
What if you
This is
could
the same
recall?
one. This is the same one. I'm just showing you a picture.
Of how she's changed.
Yeah, this has changed. Okay?
That's the same girl.
It's 2 different time periods, but she looks kind of in between. It's the same girl.
Okay.
Okay. Still nothing, even vaguely. She's always on the northeast side. You know, 23rd and Kelly, 36. Kelly. All right. But she described you to a T.
Okay.
Okay. And like I say, I mean, it's everything. Everything. You know, you don't remember her even forget what she's saying. You don't remember offering a ride to the shelter?
I run in contact with a lot of people, and especially at Liberty Station. That's where I patrol. That's my area. It was
Okay.
Charlie 3, but my sector. I go there all the time.
Where is that? Just because I don't
26th and Lindsay area. So I don't bring anyone to the shelter. I don't. If I was asked, I would be like, find another way. I haven't
Yeah,
brought
but
anyone
it's
to
a
the
good
shelter.
way to get somebody in the car.
Yeah.
Do you remember having contact with a female like that age? Okay. That, you know, said she was going from a shelter, from a rehab center. Even saying, you know, you take her,
I know.
driving her around, anything like
I
that?
know.
Okay. Do you every time you have a female in the back, do you go 1014 or you just kind of zip on over?
No, I know. Usually, all the times, if I do, it's supposed to say policy. You're supposed to let them dispatch.
Who cares about policy right now? Because we don't at this
Right.
point. Do you do the mileage and do all that, or
Can't here and there.
sometimes you don't?
Sometimes I know.
Okay.
He doesn't want to show that he has done anything wrong, but at the same time, he doesn't want the detectives to think that he is lying. So he gives answers that are not straightforward.
Okay.
That's what I know.
Let's zip on back to this other deal. You're saying about 15-minute traffic stop. How long do you usually take on traffic stop, just on average?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Now,
That's a long
Maybe.
time.
Now,
Maybe.
20 minutes, and I'll give it to you. Just even doing the gang stuff and all that, okay. 20 minutes. Now, that's going to be some 800 time, right?
800, searching the car in detail, all that.
Okay, so doing all of that, all the running, waiting in line, and even on a search. Now, the question I have is we got a lapse of time here, so I'm kind of get a better handle on where the time went. You're talking about 15 minutes, no 800, no running on the computer, you shut it down. And you said it was just a quick little search of the car.
It was.
Where's the rest of that time?
Just talking to her.
About what?
Just see
I mean,
where you
she's-
going. Trying to get her to confess. Are you drunk or not? Like, are you been drinking? Because I could smell it when I was in the
Yeah.
car, but I can't really get it.
What if she just said, yes, I'm drunk?
I probably would have took her down.
Did you do any
I didn't
tests?
do any, I didn't do any sobriety tests. Just from inside the car, smelling it, and that's about it.
even
Emotional,
that-
maybe.
But even
So,
that'd be just within a minute or two. I mean, I used to be DRE, so I know how long those questions would
Right.
last. So then you switch on over. But nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. So I didn't hear a lot of drunk questions, you know, like how much
Have
did
you
you...
been drinking? Mainly it's just have you been drinking, try to get her confessed. See anything inside that juice? No. Why are you driving so late at 2 o'clock? I don't know. Where are you going? Going to Arbor on the west side. Who are you going to see? Just trying to just talk to her. But,
Okay, right there, those questions maybe took 40 seconds. 15 minutes?
And you said 5 at the car. So then we got 10 of a lot of questions.
Right.
Okay. I mean, you tell me it wasn't there. I mean, obviously I don't have any audio.
And that's what I'm saying. Roughly on a traffic stop, take about 20 minutes. It was the quickest traffic stop, about 15 minutes.
That's your quickest traffic stop?
No.
Okay, you're a
not my
slowpoke.
I'm not. I don't really get 1090 at all or anything like that. But I take my time sometimes.
But you didn't write her tickets.
Didn't write her ticket.
You didn't run her.
Didn't run her.
You didn't even put yourself out.
Didn't put myself out.
How could you take 15 minutes on that?
Just talking. I must have been talking. So that's it.
I can't see her wanting to talk if she's crying and asking if you're going to shoot her and all this. I don't see her being real forthcoming with conversation.
Whether my questions or whatnot, that's it.
I mean, you don't seem. I mean, I don't know how you were out there, but just kind of talking with you. I mean, you seem real laid back and everything like that. I've never got the impression of just kind of an angry type cop. We know some,
Right.
you know, that, yeah, you might would ask, but I don't see that question coming up of you.
Right.
And you're not saying she was drunk or high, or I mean,
I didn't think she was drunk over legal limit of .08, and like I said, I didn't make any threats to her. She was just emotional because me the gun deal, or she saw a cop and
What
she
gun
just
deal?
she said, "You got a gun," so I was like, "Calm down."
Duh, everybody is.
Yeah, and so I guess she brought that up, and I was like, "Calm down."
when she asked about you got a gun, what point did she ask that?
She asked that right when we were searching the passage and when we were in the back of the car.
So she brought it up twice?
Twice.
She just says, you got a gun, or what?
Yeah, and then starts crying, and I'm like, "Don't get emotional. It's okay."
Did she ever say, you shouldn't do this?
No.
Or I can't do this?
No.
She just says, you got a gun.
You got a gun.
Are you going to shoot me?
And then I don't think she ever said that.
No, you said last time. I said, did she?
Maybe she said that, but then I was like, "Do you have any bad runs in with the cops?" And she's like, "No."
That just doesn't fit. That's just weird.
And that's what I mean. I'm kind of in there too. I didn't think she was drunk, but I know there's pills on board. I don't know. So. It wasn't to the point.
Do you carry a Glock? Oh, you
I
don't
do,
have it on. I don't even pay attention. Said the one you got in the academy?
Yes.
What else she taking besides that pro hormone?
It's about creatine.
What in the creatine?
Just creatine, monohydrate. I don't know exact ingredients in it.
But I'm saying, is it in something? I mean, is it like an intra workout, a pre-workout?
Yeah, pre-workouts are in creatine.
Okay. But give me the names of what you're using.
There's a lot of supplements I take.
How much money you spend on supplements?
It costs a lot. Supplements cost a lot.
Start rattling them.
C4 pre-workout. No Explode. Let's see. Dymatize has some. Condense.
Dymatize has what? Even for your protein?
I take their protein.
You taking any injection?
No. It's pro hormones.
Okay. You got anything to offset the pro hormone stuff?
Liver pills, because I guess it's bad to take oral, so I take liver pills. And that's about it. Multivitamins, med sports multivitamins, and that's about it.
All this stuff, does it make you ever get mad?
I don't. Then
Aggressive?
that all is a myth.
Is it?
It's a myth. That's just based on the guy's personality, I guess. And whatnot.
Have you ever roided?
Have I ever did steroids? No. I've been around it in college. NFL, I've seen guys do it. In college, I've seen guys do it.
You didn't do it?
Never did it.
How come?
I started as a true freshman in college, so I got random tested by NCAA. NCAA tests for all that as far as steroid use. And you get tested in college just for street drugs. So I didn't know when randomly they could do it. I didn't
Why
want
weren't
to put.
the other guys worried about it? What happened if
I
they
don't
got
think
caught on
they
it?
didn't care. I cared. I didn't want to. I started as a true freshman. I didn't want to do that. Wasn't about me. I was a big bone kid. I didn't need to get stronger. I didn't feel like I think that would come natural. I didn't feel like I needed to get faster or anything like that.
What happened if you got caught doing it in a random test?
The NCAA would suspend you. You'd be dead.
But like anything, there's always something before they ban it and stuff.
Yeah.
The old Andro days and stuff.
Yeah. So.
Did you do the supplements and all that then?
Yeah, but I had to, back then you had to be a little careful as far as talk to your team doctor, what's in this, is this FDA approved? Just don't have that risk of actually, getting tested for a small ingredient and whatnot.
So you don't think 15 minutes was too long on that traffic stop?
No,
And nothing sexual went on during that
Nothing.
15 minutes?
nothing sexual.
When you said you were going to follow her, but she took too long? How long's too long?
Where you turn off the lights, okay, go ahead. Wait just a little bit, wait a little bit. Okay, so I hooked a U-turn and went
30 seconds? 45 seconds? A minute?
maybe a little bit longer than a minute.
What was she doing? Could you see in the window?
I just saw her just pull up a little bit, kind of stalled and slow creep up, and I'm like, what are you doing? And go, and I'll follow you. But then I just, boom, hit the U-turn, went north on 235, rope extension.
Okay. We're going to call tomorrow. We can't get a hold of the polygrapher today.
Okay.
And get that scheduled.
Okay.
And I'll call you on your cell phone
Okay.
and tell you when it is. Do you know where it's at the training center? Did you?
When we did academy, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll call you and we got to get that all set up. And then I'll
Okay.
call you. Get your schedule. Wow, one more time? Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Can Daniel come? Maybe he can be like, hey, after this.
You created some more work. Fixing to go. I just talked to Carrie.
Okay.
She said she was asleep when you got home and you did not try to have sex and you did not have sex.
They try to have sex.
She said you didn't. And I asked her, could you have been asleep? And you kind of, whoa, no. And she said no. You did not try to have sex.
As much as I don't want to involve her, I tried to have sex with her and she was asleep. Carrie goes to sleep pretty early, about 9, 10 at the late.
Okay, but she would know if you tried. I'm a woman.
I know.
And my husband comes home in the middle of the night, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been asleep. You said you twirled around her vagina,
I did.
and you put it in a little bit, and then she said, I'm tired. No.
I did.
She would remember that to tell me.
Shoot. Maybe.
She said you did not try to have sex.
And it's more personal because it's Carrie, but I did try to have sex with Carrie. I did.
I don't know what to say. I mean, because it just looks like I just caught you in a lie, and now I don't know what to believe.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what to believe
Okay.
because you tell me this, I go to verify it. She tells me the opposite, and now I'm wondering what you're telling the truth about.
Maybe because she doesn't know what the heck's going on.
No, she doesn't. I didn't tell her.
And I'm glad, but detectives calling her, any other officer asking her a question like that,
I know.
she may be scared. And I don't want to involve her, but
She's involved
that's
because
my
you
girlfriend. That's like
you need her involved for you.
right.
But now she's given the story that you're not given.
I'm telling you, I tried to have sex with Carrie, my girlfriend.
She
Yeah,
is going
that
to
shit's-
remember your weenie twirling around her hoo-ha. You remember that. I'm sorry, I don't care how much of a sleeper you are. You remember because it pisses you off in the middle of the night and you go, are you serious? Don't bother me with that.
Maybe you should call her and ask her if she's a deep sleeper. Because there's multiple times I've tried to do that. Multiple times we've had sex. Multiple times she has pushed me
Well,
off.
you told me that you have sex every day, and she says you did not have sex today.
We didn't have sex today. No. We didn't.
Well, you said you have sex every day.
Mostly every day, yes.
So if I call her back, is she going to tell me that you'll
But
have
we
sex
did
every
not-
day?
We did not have sex, but recently, mostly every day, yeah.
I'm a woman, and I know what it feels like to be woke up for sex, and I don't like that. And you remember it, and I don't believe you.
I'm telling you the truth, I'm sorry. I tried to have sex with my girlfriend. I did.
I don't know. You're a dude. Does your wife get
I could-
pissed off if you try to wake her up in the middle of the
She
night?
had white thong on and a t-shirt. And
Okay, you talk to him. I'm gonna go call her again.
Okay.
Because right now, I don't believe it.
Hey, the pants.
You want me to bring him in?
Yeah.
In a plastic bag?
Yeah.
I mean, a brown paper sack. Okay, don't start yet.
I don't know.
and that's probably her message or whatever. I don't know.
She's like, what?
And oh, I wish
Well, we're not gonna-
involve her, Carrie.
Well, we're not gonna tell her. You're gonna have to explain whatever the situation is.
That's what happened.
You got any questions of all this? Oh,
I'm
you
getting
asked.
attacked now. I'm just feeling. I'm like, God bless. I want DNA. I want everything. I want get it done.
We're gonna put it to the front of the line, okay?
Get it done.
I can tell you, it usually takes a long time, but because of the situation, we will put it at the front of the line, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, usually on this stuff, we do whatever we can.
Here is shorts and a shirt. I don't know if the shirt will fit in the sack. Before I call Carrie,
Yes.
Shorts and a
you
shirt.
tried to have sex with Carrie,
I
not
tried to have my
somebody else.
girlfriend. Yes, that was in my bed. Yes.
Do you ever cheat on her?
No,
So it's only Carrie right now.
Carrie.
Okay.
All right, man. Pants in this bag, and just put the. I think you're gonna need to, unless you want to keep the shirt on. I don't know. I don't know if this shirt's gonna be big enough for you. You're a big old boy. Was gonna get a tie back, so I don't know where these came from. Well, can you think of anything?
Will it be okay if I tell my family about this? And
No, you tell
that's
me.
okay.
It's your life, man. Look, we usually have to spend as much time anytime there's an allegation, okay? Trying to clear up the matter, one way or the
I
other.
just
Okay.
don't want my girlfriend to be involved. You know, it's something. I try to have sex with my girlfriend. As bad as that sounded, as bad that sounds when she's asleep. Yeah.
No, you're fine. Hey, I try to crawl up to my wife all the time. Hey, she shoots me down.
Like, she's probably just imagine her just being all nervous and whatnot. You know, just.
Well, you can get home and kind of explain everything.
So what goes on from now? There she is. Jesus.
Well, you're headed home, obviously, 'cause you need some pants. Why don't you go ahead and get address that.
Want me to stay here?
Yeah, stay there. We're really done with you.
Okay.
Just hang back.
Can I message her and say I'll because she's probably blowing on my phone.
Go
Just
ahead.
like, hey, I'll
You're fine.
talk to you.
You're fine.
Hey, baby. Babe. I need to tell you what's going on. It's crazy. I said I'm basically on my way home, and I'd like to talk to you. What's going on? It's crazy. Yeah, they gotta give me a ride. So I don't know, probably like 10, 15 minutes. Till I get 15, around there. I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes around there. Yes. I don't know. I gotta tell you, it's crazy. It's nuts. So I love you, okay? I love you.
Hey Dan.
Hey, man.
Oh, it's hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, until this investigation gets all completed, what's going on, we're going to put you on administrative leave with pay, okay?
Sure.
Just part of procedures, and they got to do this until it gets all taken care of,
Yeah.
okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you this to sign that you're receiving it, and I'm going to give you a copy to take home. I want you to read it very carefully when you get home, because there's some details to other people forget to read. Such as you got to check in with me on every Tuesday morning before 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Call me at the station and just make sure I know who you are and where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things we got to take from you. I think there's firearms already in there.
Yes, sir.
In the deal. Do you have your shirt in here? We'll get your badge off that.
Yeah.
Is that the only badge you have?
Yes, because the other badge is upstairs because it was we got lost in their foot chase. So
Okay.
the other one's upstairs.
Upstairs where?
With Susan, chief.
Okay, so
assistant.
you haven't got a replacement yet?
I haven't yet.
You have not. Okay. Well, we need to find out about that as well. So you just have the one with that and whatever. Let's go ahead and get that from you. And we're going to need your radio too. We'll just kind of check it off as we go here. So we got the badge and that radio there. Lieutenant Gregory's going to take you home too. Get you right home.
Are you still up on North Main?
Yes, yes,
14200?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we got the badge. And then do you have your commission card and entry card with you?
I do.
Okay.
And the seal missing is from the last
Yes.
foot chase thing,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So we
Okay.
have the entry card and we have the
Plea card.
plea
Your
card,
plea
entry
card.
card. Okay. Is that your entry card?
This is this. I'm sorry.
What do you
Yeah.
have here? Okay, is that all?
The plea card is commission
Okay,
card,
we'll
and,
take all
and
that.
is
Okay.
entry card.
We got all that. And he'll, do you have anything else besides your firearm? Do you have a shotgun?
I do have a shotgun.
Is it
at
in
home.
your vehicle?
It's at home.
It's at home, okay.
I'll get
He'll
that.
grab that when he goes with you and grab that. He'll probably grab your radio charger as well.
Okay.
And any spare batteries you have there. You don't have a taser,
I don't have a tape.
nothing like that.
No.
You have your keys to your car. Do you have any keys to the station or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. And that's going to be it. Okay. I'm going to let you sign this that you're receiving it, okay? And I'm going to give you your own copy, okay? So you can read it. Now, you can't wear your uniform. Of course, we have all your badge and gun. You can't work extra jobs. Can't drive city vehicles. And then, you know, those guys will be in touch with you for any further follow-up with that.
Okay.
You know. And if you be sure to read this, like I said, because, you know, if you go out of town, you got to call and let us know
No, yeah,
first.
okay.
If you go, if you're going to go out of state, you need to get permission from us. Those type of deals, but read it very carefully.
Okay.
That's your copy right there. And I'm going to witness it. Okay. I think that's it. Arthur?
Okay.
And you'll take her, I'll take the, yeah, I'll take that in the badge if you want to.
Okay.
I'll just take that. If you can get the,
And I'll get the things that he has at home.
yeah, and I'm
Let me call you back.
pretty sure that, Melvin's working tonight.
Okay.
And he can just let you in my office and stick it in there.
Okay.
I'm almost positive he is working
Okay.
tonight, I would guess.
And he's going to take these things home?
Yes, he can take those home. You can take those home. Those items with you, you can take.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Arthur.
I will probably bring those things back.
Okay. Now, I'll grab and get it then.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Arthur, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Holtzclaw was found guilty in 2015 of 18 charges, including rape and sexual battery involving 8 women. He was sentenced to 263 years in prison. Holtzclaw maintains his innocence to this day.